This is kvci.blogspot.com. I'm George Boston Rhynes, and of course on YouTube, as I said, Boston G.B.R. This is part 2. And I have Charles Judge, who was a former sporting goods associate under my supervision prior to being fired for inability to perform job. 4 months later, Mr. Judge also was terminated. And he's going to say hello to you, and then he's going to read a letter. He's going to explain who he addressed this letter to and why he wrote it. And we're going to ask Charles to do his thing.
All right. Well, here we go. I'm just going to read a letter real quick that I gave in support of George here. And this was dated August 10th, 2009. It's a letter in support of my former supervisor, George Boston Rhynes. My name is Charles Judge. And this letter is addressed to Wal-Mart and the general public, who all may be concerned. And it's on behalf of George Boston Rhynes' wrongful termination and remaining of Wal-Mart associates. As a former Wal-Mart patron and later employee at Wal-Mart store 2615 located in Valdosta, Georgia at the time when George B. Rhynes was department manager of sporting goods, I must first inform Wal-Mart managers and the American people that Wal-Mart abuses employees and covertly avoids customer service. I will first offer my view on customer service manager George Rhynes. He was fair to all associates, always worked hard to try to satisfy the ever-changing and demanding task, basically to reach around your ass and scratch your elbow work projects that were constantly being required of us. Must explain that at Wal-Mart there are all chiefs and no Indians. Well, not all chiefs and no Indians, but that phrase pretty much sums up what it's like there. One manager will come by and ask you to do a large, often ridiculous project, and about the time you're finished, another manager will come by and tell you to move it or take it down or do something else. Then the previous manager will come back by and want to know why you're not got his work done. And this scenario played out daily and often with many projects simultaneously given without regard to previous assigned tasks. This is the main reason why Wal-Mart aisles are always piled up with boxes and pallets of indecipherable merchandise. In my case, I applied during Christmas for part-time cashiers. I already had another job I liked, and they liked me, and it was a really secure job. I was just looking for some part-time Christmas help. After several interviews, whereby it was clearly disclosed that I have neck injury problems and heavy lifting was out of the question, Wal-Mart offered me a position as sales assistant in the sporting goods department. My primary requirement was to sell guns, which is, as far as I can tell, I excelled at. And customers constantly come by and lining up to buy guns from me. These customers also consistently told management of my outstanding service, attitude, product knowledge of gun sales, and in the area of customer service. In short, I tried to get the people what they needed and wanted and took the time to explain the differences between one gun from the next to the best of my ability. And this later became an issue with the management. It was like they didn't want you to help the customer at all. They just wanted you to make the sale, and they didn't care if you sold them the wrong thing or not. And guns is not something that are refundable, so you want to make sure they get the one they need. And some of the customers come in there that were even greener than I, and they may, they may have needed a little guidance.
I would imagine, especially the females, I would imagine.
Yeah, especially the females buying for their husbands at Christmas times. But as you know, this carried on even way past Christmas time, that I had a high gun sales average. And I guess since I would talk shop with the people who were interested in guns, they would send their friends, and their friends would send their friends. It just kind of turned into a perpetual thing where people kept coming in there asking me to, can I see what you got on sale? Some of this stuff George had showed me in the back room, the guns that were being put up on special and on clearance and whatnot. And I would in turn show these to the customers, and almost always it resulted in a sale just from the taking the extra time to show them. But not to get way off on that, we'll finish it later here. My reviews resulted in raises, and Walmart asked me if I would quit my other job to work there full time. The old sky's the limit speech was given to me, and I guess I took it serious and did quit my other job and went to work for Walmart full time. And after seeing that I had an knack for gun sales, it wasn't just the Christmas rush, I did give my notice at the other job and thereabouts. Began to work at Walmart full time and thought I had something that might go on pretty good. And well, soon after this, George was let go, and I was asked to fill his position. Well, after seeing how hard George worked and his product knowledge was top notch, I declined, not wanting to be put in the position of having to be at two places at once and try to satisfy and kiss too many asses, and of those who were ever stressed with the same problem too. And in other words, I could already see the writing on the wall that they did not want a manager, they want a box mover. And they'll tell you that they're moving you to this position to try to get you all mentally up and everything, but really all they want you to do is move boxes around. That's fine if you know what you're getting into, but there's no sense in playing con artist games about it. But anyway, they began laying sporting good manager's department responsibility on me anyway, even though I didn't take that position. They started laying those responsibilities on me, and not hiring any help, often leaving me there by myself to fill one person to fill the job of four. And there were actually a lot of times 5 people there, and it would still be more than could be kept up. But at least 4 people needed to be in there at all time, and often be there by yourself. I know George went through the same thing. I watched him. But anyway, I called Frank in the office and told him about the heavy lifting, reminding him of the agreement, and he told me this is why we have workman's comp. And my response was, what the hell, man? Who wants to get hurt on the job? Who wants to be hurt, whether you're going to pay for it or not? It's really the irrelevant issue. Who wants to, be injured? Who wants to be trying to hurt themselves? That didn't make any sense as a response to me, but that's what I got. Anyway, I experienced what George was put through, plus on top of it all, I was hurt. And when the job orders had re-injured my neck and put me down for months, which I have yet to fully recover, they fired me for filing a workman's claim claim, and refused to pay any of my medical compensation until I was broken and had to take a small settlement just to keep my place to live and keep from being homeless. And I'll point out that the Walmart lawyer that they hired, that Walmart had to go against us, looked me in the eye and told me, said, I'll drag you till you have no place to live, till you're poor and basically homeless. So you'll take what we give you, you'll get nothing at all. And well, that's about how it worked out.
So let me interrupt you I want to ask you a question. Do you think that there may be other people that had go through the same procedure or told the same thing? How do you think? Wouldn't that probably be applicable?
Yeah, I would say I can't be the first one. This has to have been going on, and since we've inquired, we have found out other stories just as egregious. But